Hey everyone, it's Beth from Only One Me, and it is May 11th, 2020. It's an exciting day for me. Well, for people in general, my entire family in general. My firstborn granddaughter is going into the hospital tonight to be induced to have my first great grandchild and her parents' first grandchild. So, yeah, everybody is so excited. It's her first child, my first great grandchild, their first grandchild, her siblings' first nephew. It just full circle the whole ways around. Everybody's first in the immediate family. Um, and then on her dad's side, he will be her Nana's first great grandchild over there as well. And her dad's brother's first great nephew. So yeah, he's just the first of a whole new generation for all of us. So yeah, everybody's quite excited. We'll see when he comes, today, tomorrow. Not sure. She was due April 29th, and she finally said she was done and she had enough, and so the doctor actually said she was done and that it was time to be induced. I was never induced. My daughter was with all 5 of her children, and she said it was horrible. I watched her go through it, and it looked horrible. And I've talked to other women, and they say it's much harder. Some of them, the ones I've talked to, they had some of their pregnancies induced and some not induced, and they said the pregnancies that were induced, the labor was much rougher. So I'm praying that it's not real hard on her or the baby, but most importantly, that everybody's healthy and when it's all said and done. So that's the good news for my day. The frustrating news for my day is, so I have to move my camera. I can't hold it with one hand for long. Is a kind of a frustration about caregivers. My granddaughter, the one that just went in the hospital, just going in the hospital tonight to be induced to have her baby, is my caregiver, and obviously not for a little while. She plans on coming back to me, but we'll see. Plans change. Once you have that baby, she might not want to return to work. Although at my home, she can bring them to work. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But anyways, my other caregiver, she's a wonderful caregiver. She takes very good care of me. She just does one thing that's so frustrating to me. She does not answer my texts hardly ever, and she never, 99.9% of the time, does not answer my phone calls. And that's very frustrating to me. Bear with me and let me explain why. One, we live next door to each other. So that's even more frustrating because I wish I could walk next door and get my answers. But obviously, with not being able to walk, I can't do that. I can walk. I can walk just a few steps. So I definitely can't walk next door. But anyways, here's a perfect example. The pharmacy that I deal with, they have a delivery service for free, which is wonderful. Their delivery service is from 3:30 to 6:30, and Monday through Friday. And my doctor's office called me at 4 o'clock today and said that they needed to put me on this new medication because I have an infection that they've been testing me for. And I knew, because it was 4 o'clock, that I did not make the 4 o'clock, the delivery time, because this has happened before. The driver leaves there right at 3:30. And my doctor's was calling me at 4, and then they're hanging up for me and calling the pharmacy. So I called my caregiver 3 or 4 times. No answer, no answer. Finally, I texted her, explained what was going on, and asked her. The pharmacy's only like a mile from our homes. And asked her if she was out and about, if she could please go get this specific prescription for me, and that the other ones would be delivered. Well, I never heard from her. I still haven't heard from her, and it's 6:45, and no meds. No meds at all were delivered to me. Well, I know that the pharmacy was delivering my meds today because they called me earlier and told me prior to the doctor's office calling me, which means that she, in all probability, went up, got all my meds, and that for whatever reason the delivery guy was running late, and so she got all of my meds, like all my monthly meds were coming today, is what I was trying to say, and this new med, and that when she comes over tonight to take care of me and to help me get ready for the things I need to do to go to bed at night, that she'll give me all my meds then, which is fine, but let me know. You know, it's like it's my life. I would like to know what's going on in my life. I just find it frustrating. I know it's very little, and there's horror stories out there of the way caregivers, take care of people that they're caring for and everything. And I am very grateful for the care that I get. But it's still frustrating. I have such little control over my life that I would at least like to know what's going on in it. And so this is just very frustrating. And I've talked to her about it with different situations before, and it's just the way she is. She's busy. She doesn't think about it. All she knows is in the end, like for example with this situation, in the end I'll get all my meds, so what does it matter? I need to trust her that she'll do the right thing, and that's it. But it's not about that. It is, but it's not just about that. It's about, I would like to know what's going on with my life. Okay, I'm not gonna stay on that wagon for long. Other than that, Oh, I weighed myself tonight. I know you're supposed to take pictures and all that stuff, and I didn't do it. I can barely get on the scale, then alone, and I'm here alone right now, and I can barely get on the scale, then get on the scale and take a picture. It was 281.8 is what my weight was. So we're going to use that as my starting weight. And my goal is to get down to 185. I know it's not like where I should be for my height and everything, but I think considering, that I'm not real active and stuff like that, with my back injury and everything, I think we'll see after 185. We'll see. I think even that's going to be a real challenge for me to get to. But, okay, I will talk to you all another day. Bye-bye.